Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to part 2 of Deck Profile Weekly Videos. I'm your host Siren Frost, and in this last video we'll be introducing a new ride line, which is going to be Great Sage of Heavenly Law Solrairon. Ugh. Say that a few times. Solrairon. I say Solrairon just for the hell of giggles and stuff. This deck also has the Oracle skill. Pretty much, you look at the top cards of your deck and determine what effects will go with. You know, like yada yada yada. Good chance of trying to get the right trigger lineup if the right triggers that you need. And it looks like this is the opposite of Unica. Because Unica is like a witch and this is a priest. So this is something that you want to have for like Sunday best, I guess, if you want to play that, go that much. So, with that being said, let's hop right into the video, which is going to be the ride line. So, we're using Sage of Horoscopy Sron. I almost said schlong for a minute there. Don't quote me on that crap. Like, he's not a schlong, he's a Sron. He's a Sron. So, he kind of reminds me of the whole Magus thing, because he might be the distant cousin or the relatives to the Maguses, but we're not 100% sure. So the next thing we have is Sage of Elixir Eliron. When this unit is brought upon by Sage of Robust Stogron, you declare either normal unit or trigger unit and reveal the top card of your deck. If you reveal the card type you declared, you may put it into your hand. If you do not put the card into your hand, put that revealed card into the soul or on top of the deck. When this unit is placed on rear guard, you have Vanguard with Solrairon in its card name. Choose up to one normal unit from your hand and reveal it. If you reveal the card, draw a card and put that revealed card on top of your deck. So, not a bad effect. I think she's the only woman in this ride line. That might be something. I think she might be related to Grey Sage Marin, because Marin is actually, I think she's a woman. So, maybe there's some things, because if you look at the G Guardian, she is considered to be a woman. So, there's a possible. Next, for grade 2, we are playing a copy of... For grade 2, we are playing Sage of Robust Strogan. Or Stogron. When this unit is brought upon by a unit with Solrairon in its card name, choose a Sage or Elixir Eliron from your... Sage of Elixir Eliron from your soul and call that card and this card to rear guard. So technically I was right. It does have the same ability as Unica's grade 1 and 2s, I think. But I think Tyrannina and Stogron has that rival connection where they bring out Sparta and Tyrannina and Stogron and Eliron. The other skill is, when the normal unit is revealed by the ability of your Vanguard Solrairon in its card name, this unit gets auto skill. At the end of the battle, this unit attack. Retire this unit, countercharge 1 until the end of the turn. So there's that. And then finally we have Great Sage of Heavenly Law Solrairon. At the beginning of your battle phase, Soul Blast 1, you declare either normal unit or trigger unit and reveal the top card of your deck. If you reveal the card type you declared, this unit gets its skill. All your units get 5,000 power until the end of the turn. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, Blast 1. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Choose a card from among them, call it to rear guard, or discard it. And put the rest on top of your deck. So again, it does have that whole Oracle Bones kind of thing, just that mystery vibe, and give you like a small edge of the game, pretty much. So yeah, that is what I chose for that confirmed ride line, and we are using Tamari's Brandgate sleeves here because they actually make a little bit more sense with the cream off egg. Ugh. What do you guys call this kind of color? It looks very cream, like eggshell, off-white, cream kind of color sleeves, and yeah, so that's what I thought is very fitting for your deck. And now this one shouldn't be no brainer because in these sleeves, I believe the color is cream color. Ivory, it might be the right theme, but it looks just like a cream color. I don't know. I'm not like a marquee who actually likes taking pleasure of the royalty colors, darling. The royalty colors. Okay, that's like me acting like a grandpa. Sorry. So for this deck here, I figure I try to find some cards that have more heavenly feel to them. So for trigger lineup, we have 3 copies of Healer of Heavenly Staff Arshes for our 3 triggers. And of course, we're also including Invigorate Sage for the Sage, not only for the Sage effect, but it's also for its 2 timing attack kind of bombardment right there. 2 copies of Protected Magic Prorobi for draw triggers. And of course, we're using 7 criticals, so we're using 3 copies of Daring Knight Sauel, 4 copies of Blade Feather Dragons, 2 copies of Bard of Heavenly Song Alpacc, and of course we have the dragon that I cannot read because the gold is blinding me eye, I think. So yeah, that dragon right there. So if you guys knew how you say this name, because I cannot read the stupid name for the life of me because the gold is blinding my eyes. So there you go. The Golden Blinding Dragon. There you go. So that is my trigger lineup for the deck. And next, for grade 1s, I don't think I'm using too many grade 1s in this deck as well like the other one. Actually, we're only using 10, so we're off by 1. Okay. So, in this one, we're using 3 more copies of Sage Elixir Eliron. So, 3 more of her. 3 copies of Intriguing Academic Intieres. What Intieres kind of does is when this unit is placed on rearguard from deck, this unit gets 10,000 power in a turn. So, I would have had a 4th copy of it, but we're still missing a few pieces. So we have to improvise. Improvisation is in order. And then I'll do an update with the full power of it if I can. So, and I'm also playing Palladium Zeal Dragon for 3 copies of the Palladium and 1 Elementaria Sanctitude. I don't know. People tell me all the time that Elementaria is a must essential Blitz order card to have. Plus, it's not only expensive, but it's also very powerful. So, makes kind of sense. You gotta try. I mean, you can always play one more copy of Palladium as well, but I just think I like the other one better, just in case if your opponent has a triple drive. Alright. Next, for grade 2, we're playing 3 more copies of Sage of Robust Stogron, or Stogron. So, I have a hard time saying that name. Next, we got 4 copies of Sacrosanct Dragon. This one counts as a Solrairon card, but I'll just read this effect. When this unit is placed on rearguard by by your card's ability, this unit gets 5,000 power in a turn. If this unit was placed from deck, so was 1, draw a card, and this unit gets boost into the end of the turn. So, as long as you keep these fuckers up and you have enough cards in the soul, you may get 2 of these off, and they both gain the power to boost. So it adds more fuel to the fire. Speaking of fuel to the fire, here's the last grade 2s in this deck, which is 11 grade 2s. 4 copies of Truncate Breath Dragon. So this looks like more like a Shadow Paladin card, but its skill is this. When this unit is placed on rearguard, look at the top card of your deck and put it on top or bottom of your deck. If you put it on the bottom of your deck, look at the top card of your deck. So it has the whole like Revelations thing and see what the next card might be. So Solrairon and Hexorb has that in common by seeing the top card of your deck. So basically they both share the power of the Oracle or the Eyes of God, where you want to like. I'm not trying to get all super religious on you guys. I'm just saying like this. It might be a possibility that they both might see God in the future. Okay, and then for the final for grade 3s, we are playing. Looks like 9 grade 3s in the deck. Sorry, So we are playing 3 more copies of Solrairon, so we have the Persona Right ability. 4 copies of Dependable Pierce Dragon. And this one is also an official Solrairon card. And what he does is when his unit is placed on rearguard circle, if you have a Vanguard with Solrairon in its card name, choose up to 1 normal unit from your hand and reveal it. If you reveal the card, draw a card and put it reveal the card on top of your deck. When a normal unit is revealed by the ability of your opponent's with Solrairon in its card name, this unit gets a skill. When this unit attacks, you may have this unit get 5,000 power into the end of that battle. If you do, put this unit into your soul and at the end of the battle. So it's a free soul charge right there. And of course, I did add this because I thought it's like a perfect thing to end this with the 2 order cards. So I'm playing 2 copies of Trumpet of Blessing, which is the deck has the ability of a spiritual priest, religions kind of thing. So what these little guys do is a soul blast cost. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 grade 3 or less card from among them and call it to rear guard. And put the rest to the top of your deck in any order. So this also can work for Bastion as well, if you really think about it. Because all his units is also from the heavens. So they're also called Cloud Knights, so that makes a little more sense. They are the guardians of United Sanctuary, or Keter Sanctuary, the guardians. So, yeah. But that is it for the deck profile video for you guys. And that is it for the video for Deck Profile Weekly. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for all your love and support. Be sure to subscribe, comment down below, thumbs up for the channel if you guys like the content that I do create on here, which I am very, very happy to be of service. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below and just let me know what you guys think of this deck and what your comments might be. And as always, you guys, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Be safe out there, make good choices, and pretty soon we'll be leaning towards the next deck profile video, which I'm hoping that if I'm lucky, I can get the last deck pretty much built before that. But if not, there's always some time to put a little pause and take a breather and just smoke a joint, whatever the hell you want to see. But that is it for the video, you guys. And as always, I've been your host, Iron Frost. See you guys next time.